Welcome to the CCD On Demand workshop, Finding an International Internship. During this presentation, you'll hear information from two UConn offices, the Office of Education Abroad and the Center for Career Development. Education Abroad information will share about their role in helping students secure academic internships through their structured programs, while the Center for Career Development information will focus on locating opportunities that aren't available within a structured university program and resources that can be used to do so. First things first, be sure to think about why you're hoping to participate in an internship abroad. It's likely you'll need to either interview in some manner for a position or provide the answer to this question in writing, such as through a cover letter or personal statement. So think, what benefits do you wish to obtain from an international internship? Are you hoping to gain better understanding of another culture, expand your comfort zone, or maybe even look into moving abroad in the future? To help you better prepare, what are the challenges you anticipate in the process of searching? Will there be a language barrier, or perhaps you've never visited your country of interest before? How much support would you require while living and working abroad? Be sure to factor in any language or cultural barriers and important health resources you may need as well. And finally, does UConn support similar programs or allow students to live and work in that country? Consider how this decision may impact your UConn experience if you plan to complete it as a matriculated student. Students who wish to receive academic credit for an internship done abroad should do so through Education Abroad. Education Abroad only handles internships done for academic credit. This credit will go on your UConn transcript as part of your educational record. Internships offered on abroad programs vary in length and are offered both on short-term programs as well as full semester and academic year programs. The amount of credit awarded varies with the number of hours of internship time completed. For students to earn academic credit for an internship, there must be an academic component to the experience. You cannot get credit just for completing an internship overseas. Usually the academic component is referred to as reflective practice or something similar. This is a course where students usually complete coursework that is related to the internship experience itself. Students who wish to get academic credit must go through Education Abroad. There are two ways of finding an academic internship while studying abroad. Some programs have pre-approved internships as part of that program. These internships have been approved by UConn schools and colleges, for example, the UConn in London programs, so that no further approval will be necessary. The program is already approved for internship credit, and you will automatically receive the credit upon completion of that program. Other programs offer internships as an option, but the internship itself has not yet been approved by any UConn school or college. In these cases, students will need to seek approval from the appropriate academic department. If it's an internship in a business field, for example, students should talk to the School of Business, and so on, in order to find out if they will be able to get credit for that internship on the program. Oftentimes, the school or college will want to see details about your placement and a syllabus for the academic part of the internship before they will give you approval. There are a number of issues to be aware of when considering academic credit for an internship. Academic internships are not paid. They are part of an academic program, so you will pay to go on programs that offer internships for academic credit. Internship availability will depend on a number of factors: location, requirements, governmental regulations, and more. Often specialized visas, which are permits to live or work in a foreign country, are needed to intern abroad. Some countries consider internships to be work, even if you aren't being paid. The visas may be expensive and can take a lot of time to receive. Students pursuing an internship for credit cannot get credit after they return. You must look into getting academic credit prior to leaving on the program. You should speak with your advisor, the department you are seeking academic credit from, and Education Abroad to ensure you are covering all bases. Failure to do this will result in no credit being awarded for that internship. At the end of the day, an internship looks great on a resume and on a transcript. An international internship is even more appealing. The experience and hard work are well worth it. In your search for an international internship, you may find many third-party organizations. While each may function differently, these agencies work with companies across the world to place students in internships and provide some level of support to students traveling abroad. Keep in mind that costs are usually associated with using an agency, and many internships are unpaid. If you find yourself looking to partner with one of these organizations, consider the following questions. Is this a US-based organization? If not, do they have a location in the United States? Can you easily contact them with questions and to gather more information? Is there a contact person from the agency in the country you're planning to intern in? If something happens or you run into questions while abroad, how easy is it to get a hold of the agency? Have they visited and properly vetted the internship experience you'll be placed in? Are they familiar with the country and their culture? Having a contact close to your placement can be important for safety reasons. What is the cost of the program? Be sure to verify what is included in the cost and ask for other variable costs that you should anticipate paying. What international insurance coverage is arranged or provided by the agency, specifically regarding your health? You must obtain international insurance for any international internship experience. Are the internships paid or unpaid? Are amenities such as housing provided? What is the level of support provided by the agency during the application process and after arriving in the country? Will they help with logistics, such as transportation? And what is the agency's response to a crisis or emergency during your internship placement? Who do you call, and what are the action steps you can take in case of an emergency? While using a third-party organization is an option, it's certainly not the only manner with which to search for an international internship. You'll find that many well-known US-based search sites, such as Indeed.com, have an international counterpart. You might consider starting your search there and reviewing which companies and industries are hiring in the locations that interest you most. However, before applying to any positions, you'll want to ensure that your application materials, such as a resume, match the standards for that country. Going Global, available to UConn students through Husky Career Prep, has career guides for many countries and cities, both in the United States and abroad. These country guides include job search resources, top companies and trends, financial considerations, cultural advice, and sample resumes. You'll want to ensure that you're submitting appropriate materials that meet all etiquette and professional standards. For example, did you know that in many countries it is customary to include one's marital status and/or date of birth and location of birth on a resume? That certainly differs from the US. In addition, keep in mind that networking can be extremely impactful both in the US and abroad. Generally speaking, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, over 70% of jobs are found through networking and making connections. While those are US-based statistics, this can also be true of opportunities abroad as well. So consider reaching out to friends, family, and UConn alumni working and living overseas, and begin connecting with individuals whose companies have affiliations or branches abroad. LinkedIn is a great tool to utilize in networking. After all, making connections in the countries you're hoping to visit and live in can be extremely helpful. If you're thinking of working and living abroad while matriculated at UConn, there are several offices you may want to be in contact with. On this slide, you'll find contact information for the Office of Education Abroad, the Center for Career Development, and International Student and Scholar Services. Please reach out with any questions you may have. We are all happy to help.